Hello everyone, this is Dr. CJ Tak and today we will discuss about the hospital pharmacy and its organization in the subject pharmacy practice, subject code BP703TT. In previous lecture we have discussed about the hospital and its organization. Over here in this tutorial we will discuss about the hospital pharmacy and its organization. So first we will see what is the definition of the hospital pharmacy. Hospital pharmacy is the department, service or a domain in the hospital organization managed under the direction of a professionally competent, legally qualified pharmacist and deals with supply of drugs, medicine and allied product to the nursing unit and other such services. See, hospital pharmacy, that is one of the department in which the department that is managed by the qualified pharmacist, or here the term that is the qualified pharmacist, or we can say the legally qualified pharmacist, they are managing the hospital pharmacy and they are dealing with the supply of the drugs, medicines and allied product to the nursing unit and other such services. Also, the filing of special prescription for ambulatory and outpatient, that means outpatient and dispensing as per the intention of the physicians. As the directed by the physicians, the pharmacists, they will filing the special prescription to the outpatients. Then manufacturing of the drugs and formulation in bulk and in particular the large volume parenteral which are required for the use of indoor patient. See, in case of hospital always there is a large requirement. See, depends on the hospital size, there is a requirement for the large volume, that is large volume of parenteral product that is required. So over here there might be the attachment of the manufacturing of the drugs with the hospital pharmacy. So here the pharmacist or the in hospital pharmacy, they have to take care of the manufacturing of the drugs also. Then storage and dispensing of the narcotic and biological product. See, narcotic product usually they are addicting drug or they are producing the addiction and they are affecting the mood. So that's why always it is highly necessary to have the well storage of the narcotic product. So over here the storage as well as the dispensing that also be taken care by the hospital pharmacy and the pharmacist, or we can say the qualified pharmacist, and other biological product. Supply and storage of ancillary products and articles required in the hospital. See, here also the pharmacists, they have to take care of the ancillary products, that means providing necessary support to the primary product. So such kind of product that should be also maintained by the hospital pharmacy. So this is the general definition, or we can say this is the general terminology that is used to define the hospital pharmacy. We can say hospital pharmacy, that is one of the department. Then hospital pharmacy function to provide and evaluate the pharmaceutical services and thereby supporting the medical staff with due consideration of the objectives and policies of the hospital. Over here the pharmacist or the hospital pharmacy, they have to provide and evaluate the pharmaceutical service. They have to maintain the record of the services provided by the hospital pharmacy, and they have to take care of the pharmaceutical services. To draw a plan for hospital pharmacy administration. देखिए यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कैसे होगा, कहाँ से ड्रग आएगी, किस तरह से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होगा, ये सभी चीज यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी के फंक्शन में आता है. या फिर हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी, they have to maintain such type of protocol, or they have to do such things. To draw a plan for hospital pharmacy administration and to evolve responsibility of each category of personnel that is involved in the pharmaceutical services, such as the assistant pharmacist, storekeeper, nursing staff, etc. मतलब यहाँ पे hospital pharmacy administration, they will decide what exactly the assistant pharmacist they have to do, what the which are the function of the storekeeper, and what the nursing staff they have to do. Then to establish liaison between the administrative authorities. Here in hospital, see, previously also hospital and its organization, we have seen that director or the superintendent of the hospital, that is the top management team, and here the pharmacist or the hospital pharmacy, they have to do liaison in between these two authorities and the medical staff. That means in between the administrative authorities, that means we are considering director, superintendent and managing trustee, and to the medical doctors who will order medicine and ancillary product in the hospital. That means यहाँ पे क्या है कि डायरेक्टर एंड सुपरिटेंडेंट जो भी रहेगा, that means administrative authority और medical doctors यहाँ पे they will prescribe the medicine. So in between these two body, hospital pharmacy, they have to do it, the liaison in between these two bodies. Then to estimate the requirement for the department and enforce the policies and procedure for the recruitment of adequate and competent staff. देखिए यहाँ पे to estimate the requirement for the department. See what will be the requirement of the department. They have to estimate, and whatever the policies that is decided by the higher authority, they have to do, or they have to force such a policy to their staff, and also they have to take necessary care that about the recruitment of the adequate and competent staff. मतलब अगर कोई स्टाफ की जरूरत है या फिर जितनी जरूरत है उसके मुताबिक यहाँ पे स्टाफ को रिक्रूटमेंट करने की जवाबदारी है, that is of hospital pharmacy, or we can say that is the function of the hospital pharmacy. Then to provide means and method by which personnel can work with the other groups in interpreting the objective and the policies of the hospital. देखिए यहाँ पे जो भी policies है हॉस्पिटल की वो सक्सेसफुली इंप्लीमेंट करने के लिए, that means the pharmacist or the hospital pharmacy, they have to provide such methods by which the person, that means the pharmacist, they are working in the hospital pharmacy, they have to work efficiently with the other bodies, or we can say here nursing staff is there, then the doctors are there and patients are there. So in between them they have to work efficiently. That means यहाँ पे hospital pharmacy को again they have to provide such methods, or how they will, or the person who are working in the hospital pharmacy, how they have to work with the other person in other department to develop and maintain an effective system of clinical and administrative record and report. ये बहुत ही important चीज है यहाँ पे, record and report that should be maintained by the hospital pharmacy. देखिए यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल है तो वहाँ पे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिकॉर्ड्स रहेंगे, फिर पेशेंट की हिस्ट्री के बारे में रिकॉर्ड रहेंगे, और जो भी मेडिसिन प्रिस्क्राइब की गई है वो सब के बारे में यहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड रहेंगे. सो दीज आर द फंक्शन, that is function of the hospital pharmacy. Then to participate in and adhere to the financial plan of the operation for the hospital. For the smooth running here, hospital pharmacy, they have to decide the financial plan for the hospital pharmacy. Then to estimate the need for facilities, supplies and equipment, and to see that there is a proper control of inventory and stock and dispensing and manufacturing of the medicament. See over here, to estimate the need for the facility, जो भी facilities चाहिए या फिर supplies और equipment, जो भी equipment की जरूरत है hospital pharmacy, उसके बारे में decide करना पड़ेगा hospital pharmacy को. Then to see that there is a proper control of inventory, जो भी other requirement है, stocks है, that should be the stocks that should be maintained in the hospital pharmacy by the hospital pharmacy personnel, and they have to take care of the dispensing also and manufacturing of the medicament. See कुछ हॉस्पिटल में यहाँ पे क्या है कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट भी रहते हैं, तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट के लिए जो भी रॉ मटेरियल चाहिए उसको स्टोरेज कंडीशन है या फिर जो भी अदर रिक्वायरमेंट है, दैट शुड बी मेंटेन बाय द और दैट शुड बी टेकन केयर बाय द हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी. देखिए ये हमेशा ऐसा नहीं होता कि फार्मेसी के साथ में या फिर हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी के साथ में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट रहे, लेकिन अगर प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है तो दैट शुड बी टेकन केयर बाय द हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी. Then to initiate, utilize and participate in research project designed for the improvement of a patient care and of other administrative and hospital services. अगर कोई research project है that is going on, then the hospital pharmacy they have to take part, or they have to initiate or utilize, and they should take participation of there in such kind of research project. Then to participate and adhere to the safety program of the hospitals, then to provide and to put into practice a program of continuous education of the personnel. See, nowadays, State Pharmacy Council, they have also implemented continuous education program. That means the refresher course. So here, the hospital pharmacy, they have to initiate their personnel or whatever the staff they have to take part in a continuous education program. Then to participate and or facilitate all educational program which include student experience in the department. देखिए अभी हॉस्पिटल में स्टूडेंट भी वहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग के लिए या फिर वहाँ पे सीखने के लिए अगर जा रहे हैं ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के लिए, देन हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी दे हैव टू facilitate, they have to provide the necessary facilities to conduct the educational program, or we can say the training of the students. So these are the function, or we can say these are the very much important hospital pharmacy plays very much important role in the development of any hospital. So these are some of the basic functions we can say that is of hospital pharmacy. Then again, if we are describing hospital pharmacy, then at a time they have to work with the ordering and store, then they have to work with the manufacturing area, then they have to work with the training, administration, they have to work with the dispensing, and they have to work with the drug information. See, for example, ordering and store, that means first they have to work with the purchasing and receiving department. They have to purchase the product and accordingly they have to receive the product. Then manufacturing unit, see, if any hospital pharmacy they are having the manufacturing unit, then they have to deal with the solution order, then IV mixture, then ward stock order. That means अगर कोई मल्टी स्टोर हॉस्पिटल है तो वहाँ पे डिफरेंट वार्ड के अंदर जो भी स्टॉक है that have to be maintained by the hospital pharmacy, so that should be also taken care by the manufacturing unit or the hospital pharmacy. Then in case of dispensing of drug to the inpatient as well as outpatient, and also they have to take care of the narcotics as well as the control drug. Narcotic product है या फिर जो भी control product है उसके बारे में भी again यहाँ पे dispensing they have to take care. Then training program, nurses, interns, student और others जो भी कोई training program है, अगर कोई ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम कंडक्ट हो रहे तो that should be taken care by the hospital pharmacy. Also they have to initiate the staff for the such kind of training. Then drug information center that have to they have to work with the doctors also, nurses and patient. यहाँ पे क्या है कि बहुत सारी नई कोई मार्केट में प्रोडक्ट आ रही है, then it should be informed to the doctors about their side effect, about their effect, and about their drug interaction. It should be informed to the doctors and likewise to the nurses and patients. That means one of the drug information center is there in the hospital pharmacy. Then administration, most important role we can say the administration of the hospital pharmacy, and they also have to work with the hospital's other department. They have to work with the hospital's other administration department. So we can say these are the function. I have tried to show them in a pictorial view about the function of the hospital pharmacy. Then organization structure always, now we know very well that it starts with the director or dean or the medical superintendent. Then afterwards under the director there will be the head of the hospital pharmacy, and he will be the informed with the pharmacology and toxicology. Then afterwards, if you are dividing them, then there will be the 4 different parts. First one, that is the dispensing, manufacturing unit, clinical pharmacy, and quality control. So over here, if you are considering the dispensing, then dispensing, the minimum qualification of the dispensing that unit or the person who is engaged with the dispensing, that is B.Pharm. Then again, in dispensing, there will be the 2 parts, outpatient and inpatient, for outpatient and for inpatient. Again, the minimum qualification, that is the diploma pharmacy in both the case. Then afterwards, the manufacturing head, that will be the M.Pharm with the pharmaceutics. Then again, it is divided into the 3 different parts. Sterile type, that means the production of the sterile product, and that should be handled with the person who is having the minimum qualification of the B.Pharm or M.Pharm. Then non-sterile product, manufacturing of non-sterile product, that should be handled by the B Farm and the medical store. So this all comes under the manufacturing unit. Then clinical pharmacy. Here one person of B Farm or clinical B Farm with the clinical pharmacy. Then quality control that should be engaged by the M Farm person with the analytical chemistry. They should have the minimum qualification of the analytical chemistry. So this is one of the organization structure of the hospital pharmacy. Then location of hospital pharmacy, most important. Generally, the location of hospital pharmacy that should be at the ground floor for the easy access to patient and for receiving and storing medicament. If the hospital is multi-story, मतलब 3 से 4 फ्लोर की अगर हॉस्पिटल है, more than 3 floor, so in that condition the pharmacy, especially the dispensing unit for the outpatient, should be located on the ground floor. देखिए यहाँ पे क्या है, अगर कोई भी हॉस्पिटल है तो वहाँ पे जो भी हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी रहता है that should be on a ground floor. आइडियल है ये, आइडियली it should be at the ground floor. अगर कहीं पे भी मल्टी स्टोरे है, मल्टी स्टोरे मतलब जहाँ पे 4 से 5 फ्लोर है, तो ऐसी कंडीशन में डिस्पेंसिंग यूनिट फॉर द आउटपेशेंट के लिए जो भी डिस्पेंसिंग यूनिट रहेगा दैट शुड बी एट द ग्राउंड फ्लोर, देन इट शुड बी एक्सेसिबल टू ऑल क्लिनिक्स and should be close to the natural exit of the hospital for the outpatient service. देखिए यहाँ पे इजी रहे आउटपेशेंट सर्विस के लिए, आउटपेशेंट जो भी है उसके लिए इजी रहे, इसके लिए हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी ऑलवेज इट शुड बी नियर टू द नेचुरल एग्जिट ऑफ द हॉस्पिटल. मतलब इजीली वहां पे पेशेंट आ सकते हैं. पेशेंट आएंगे तो उसका फ्लो क्या रहेगा कि सबसे पहले डॉक्टर के पास जाएंगे, वहां से जो भी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन रहेगा उसके बाद वो हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी में आएंगे. तो हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी में आने के बाद वहां से सीधा उनको बाहर जाना है जो भी आउटपेशेंट है उसके लिए. सो इट शुड बी नियर टू द नेचुरल एग्जिट ऑफ द हॉस्पिटल. Then we can divide the hospital pharmacy, the location of the hospital pharmacy accordingly. First one that is the centralized and another one that is the decentralized. Centralized, that means with all the pharmacy staff and equipment located in a single area of the hospital, usually on one of the lower floors. Centralized, अगर यहाँ पे एक ही हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी एक ही है, फार्मेसी स्टोर एक ही है, तो जो भी कोई फार्मेसी स्टाफ है या इक्विपमेंट जो भी नेसेसरी चीज है दैट शुड बी लोकेटेड एट वन सिंगल प्लेस एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड द सेंट्रलाइज्ड एंड इट शुड बी एट द लोअर फ्लोर और वी कैन से इट शुड बी ऑन अ ग्राउंड फ्लोर. देन decentralized pharmacy that is the where there is a main pharmacy in a central location but there are also mini pharmacies which is known as a satellite or called as a satellite located throughout the hospital at key patient care unit. और हम ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे जो भी डिफरेंट फ्लोर है तो हर एक फ्लोर के ऊपर हम एक दूसरा मिनी फार्मेसीज रहेगा और which is known as a satellite and also there will be one of the pharmacy store at the central location. So this is known as a decentralized pharmacy. The layout of the pharmacy will depend on the size, needs, resources and focus of the hospital. The layout, how we will plan this pharmacy, that it depends on the size and also the requirement of the hospital. What is the size, how many number of the beds that is occupied in the hospital. On this basis we can select the layout of the pharmacy. Then the location not be so deep in the interiors of the hospital that the inpatient are disturbed by the flow of outpatient visiting pharmacy to fill their prescription. Outpatient may also carry infection to the wards. देखिए यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी जो भी हमने प्लेस या फिर लोकेशन उनका डिसाइड किया है दैट शुड नॉट बी सो डीप, बहुत अंदर नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि आउट पेशेंट है they will visit regularly to fill their prescription. अगर they have to take their prescription again, then they will visit to the hospital pharmacy again and again. So in such a condition there might be the chances of infection to the wards which is located very near to the hospital pharmacy. That means यहाँ पे जो भी अंदर inpatient है तो inpatient के साथ कांटेक्ट में आ सकते हैं आउटपेशेंट. सो इन सच कंडीशन there might be the chances of the infection, there might be the spreading of the infection to the inpatient. So the location of hospital pharmacy, it should not be solid. Then on an average 6 square feet to 10 square feet of an area per bed of hospital is ideal for the effective and efficient functioning of the pharmacy department. On an average अगर हम कंसीडर करें तो 6 स्क्वायर फीट या 10 स्क्वायर फीट उसके आसपास एरिया होना चाहिए हॉस्पिटल का पर बेड अगर हम कंसीडर करें तो. देन ड्रग स्टोरेज एंड प्रिपरेशन एरिया, जो भी ड्रग स्टोरेज और प्रिपरेशन एरिया यहाँ पे है in hospital pharmacy, that must be under the supervision of the director of the pharmacy. Drug preparation area should be well illuminated and should be located where the personnel preparing the drugs for dispensing or administration will not be interrupted. देखिए यहाँ पे लोकेशन ऐसा होना चाहिए कि ड्रग स्टोरेज और प्रिपरेशन एरिया है that should be looked by the supervisor or supervision, it should be under the supervision of the director. तो डायरेक्टर जो भी है वो इजीली एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, इजीली देख सकते हैं मतलब फार्मेसी स्टोर में क्या हो रहा है, कैसे प्रिपरेशन, कैसे जूनियर फार्मासिस्ट वर्क कर रहे हैं. दैट शुड बी इजीली लुक बाय द डायरेक्टर ऑफ द फार्मेसी. The public health service department, they have suggested the space requirement for the pharmacy department in the hospital. This plan based on the bed strength. बेड की स्ट्रेंथ क्या है उसके ऊपर से जो एरिया है that has been decided by the public health service department. We will see this. See over here the space requirement for the hospital pharmacy department depending on the hospital bed strength. See अगर bed strength है that is 100, 300, 500, accordingly the total area that has been decided. For example, these are the different section of the pharmacy: dispensary, preparation room, store, office, manufacturing of pills and compressed tablet, filling of hard gelatin capsule, manufacturing under the aseptic condition, for example eye drops, parenteral and sterile preparation, packaging operation, and the total area in square foot, average area per bed. If you are considering, if you are for 100 bed, then the dispensary area that is for 100 that is 350, for 300 it is 500, for 500 bed it is of 800 square feet. So likewise, if we are considering, then at last the total area in a square feet for a 100 bed that is 1010. Then for a 300 bed it is 2900, and for a 500 bed that is 6300. So on an average, if we are considering the average area per bed, then it is nearly 10 square feet. Or over here in 300 bed that is 9.6, and in case of 500 bed it is 9.0 square feet. So accordingly the area of the pharmacy, or we can say the space, should be selected. Now the space requirement relating to the manufacturing 5, that means 5 to 9 item. Over here these are the 5, the item starts from the 5 and to the 9, that is relating to the manufacturing area. It should meet the minimum requirement of space as laid down in schedule 1. See over here whatever the area or the preparation that is described for the manufacturing unit, and that should be followed by the schedule M, that is of the Drug and Cosmetic Act and rules of Government of India. So it should be planned accordingly according to the schedule M. So these are the minimum space requirement for the hospital pharmacy depending on the bed strength. Then layout of the hospital pharmacy. So generally, if we are considering first thing that is required, that is the aseptic area, or we can say the aseptic section for the sterilization purpose. Then manufacturing section, raw material, store, and finished product. Then there will be one of the administration section where the pharmacy head they can sit, and the other clerical staff they can work over here. Then the dispensing area, then the open space for outpatient जो भी यहाँ पे रहेंगे they will come over here to take a drug, and there should be the waiting for the OPD patient जो भी है तो उसके लिए एक waiting area होना चाहिए, and there should be the passage in between the manufacturing section and dispensing section. तो अगर हम यहाँ पे लेआउट देखें, अगर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट यहाँ पे है कोई हॉस्पिटल के साथ में, then first one we will consider that initially the raw material that will be entered in the hospital, then afterwards the processing or the quality control test, it should be passed from the quality control test, then afterwards it will goes to the manufacturing section, then afterwards the aseptic section, that means if you want to make it free from the microorganism, then accordingly it will goes to the aseptic section, then again afterwards it will comes to the store, or we can say it will goes to the finished product, and then afterwards it will go to the dispensing area. The finished product, it will go directly for the dispensing. Then afterwards there will be the open space over here for a patient for waiting for the beyond, or we can say very nearer to the waiting for the OPD patient. Then waiting space, that is also very much important. Then over here there is a administration section, or we can say where the head of the pharmacy, he can sit over here and he can easily visualize how the dispensing that is going on. So this is a very basic hospital pharmacy layout, that is for a minimum bed hospital, or we can say that is for the, this is for the 50 or 100 bed hospital. This is the layout for 50 or 100 bed hospital. Then layout plan of hospital pharmacy department for a hospital with 300 beds. If we are having the 300 beds, then what should be the plan of such type of hospital? First, one of the important thing, that is the narcotic vault. See, narcotic drug that is used for the addiction purpose, so always it should be kept in a lock position. So it is very much important that narcotic vault, it should be in a very we can say it should be in a locked condition. Then pharmacist room, then desk counter in the pharmacist room, then drug information center over here. This is accessible. There should be one of the window by which the person or the pharmacist, we can say, it can communicate to the patient as well as the nursing staff. Then pharmacy store, then shelves required for the emergency drug. Then outpatient department, over here there is a outpatient department, and they can give the product, or they can dispense the product from the from this area to the outpatient, and there should be one of the waiting room that is that should be attached with the outpatient department. Then narcotic control, very nearer to narcotic vault, there should be the narcotic control. Then security staff, see, this is also very nearer, because narcotic vault and narcotic control area, that is very much important, so there should be some security. Then near to this there should be one of the pharmacist office, and laminar flow unit, sterile product manufacturing, over here is sterile product, that is manufacturing area, that is over here. So very nearer to this laminar flow unit, that is required. Then double door system over here, and there should be the inpatient dispensing area. From here, inpatient product, it will goes from this way. So there is very separate area for inpatient, there is a separate area, and for outpatient there is a separate unit. Then cold storage, for storage of drug, and there should be the refrigerator. Then storage area, again in between this there should be the storage area, and some restricted entry, that means the inpatient or whatever the person is working over here, it should not come over here. So some restricted entry area should be there, so any person cannot come over here. So we can say the three different points that is accessible. First one, we can say that is the drug information center. Here there should be some window. Then outpatient department, there is also there should be the dispensing area and some windows, and inpatient dispensing area for the communication of or the transfer of the drug to the indoor patient. So this is the layout plan of hospital pharmacy, and this is for a 300 beds. The total area that will be nearer to 3100 square feet. Then staff requirement. Staff requirement, if you are considering, then first one, the chief pharmacist, he should be preferable a postgraduate in a pharmacy or equivalent with sufficient training and experience. He is responsible for the development, supervision, coordination of all the activities that is carried out in a pharmacy department. So यहाँ पे सबसे पहले जो important है, that is chief pharmacist. Then one registered pharmacist for average of 133 patients, including inpatient and outpatient. However, a team of 4 pharmacists that is required to provide round-the-clock services of hospital with an average of less than 500 patients. अगर 500 पेशेंट है या उससे कम पेशेंट है तो यहाँ पे there should be the 4 pharmacists or we can say a team of 4 pharmacists that should be present round the clock. मतलब यहाँ पे हम जो भी शिफ्टिंग है उसका 8 hours का शिफ्टिंग है या फिर 10 hours, accordingly there should be the presence of 4 pharmacists round the clock if there is the capacity of hospital that is less than 500 patient. Depending upon the load of work, there should be the adequate number of assistant, attendants and sweeper. जो भी जरूरत है हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी का, जो भी लोड रहता है उसके मुताबिक हम यहाँ पे जो भी असिस्टेंट है, नंबर ऑफ असिस्टेंट और अटेंडेंट्स, अकॉर्डिंगली वी कैन वेरी. There should be one typist cum clerk for each hospital staff, for each hospital pharmacy. हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी में एक ऐसा टाइपिस्ट कम क्लर्क होना चाहिए इन एवरी हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी. तो ये है स्टाफ रिक्वायरमेंट. देन इफ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इज अटैच विथ हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी, अगर यहाँ पे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट अटैच है जहाँ पे प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, अगर इसके साथ में हॉस्पिटल फार्मेसी के साथ में प्रोडक्शन एरिया भी है और प्रोडक्शन अगर हो रहा है, देन देयर शुड बी द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फार्मासिस्ट, a deputy pharmacist or B.Pharm or M.Pharm with adequate experience of manufacturing, then an experienced analytical chemist. Depending upon the workload, there should be the adequate number of additional technician, attendants and sweeper. तो यहाँ पे mainly जो important है, that is one of the manufacturing pharmacist and he should be the M.Pharm. Then experienced analytical chemist, टेस्टिंग के लिए या फिर जो भी है रॉ मटेरियल है उनका टेस्टिंग करना पड़ेगा, फिनिश प्रोडक्ट का टेस्टिंग करना पड़ेगा. देन देयर शुड बी वन ऑफ द एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट एंड अदर स्टाफ, अदर एडिशनल टेक्नीशियन. जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट है या फिर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट कितना बड़ा है या फिर प्रोडक्शन यूनिट कितना बड़ा है, अकॉर्डिंगली देयर शुड बी द स्टाफ रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्शन. Following number of staff pharmacist is recommended in hospital to provide round-the-clock pharmaceutical services to inpatient and outpatient. See, based on the bed space, जो भी bed space है उसके मुताबिक यहाँ पे number of pharmacists required that have been written. For example, up to 50, the 3 pharmacists is required. Up to 100, 5 is required. For 200, 8 is required. Up to 300, 10 pharmacists is required. And up to 500, 15 pharmacists is required. This should be round the clock presence of a pharmacist in the hospital pharmacy. So these are about the staff requirement in the hospital pharmacy. Then function and responsibility of hospital pharmacist. Function and responsibility of the head of the department of pharmacy and his staff. Here we will consider first the head or the director of the pharmacy service has to ensure that the pharmacist functioning in different areas carry out their assigned function and duties efficiently. Head जो भी रहेगा या फिर director है pharmacy services का, they have to ensure, they have to check that whatever the pharmacists they are working in the hospital, they are effectively working or effectively doing their work, doing their function, and are they doing their duties effectively or not. So they have to inspect. Then he is aware of his responsibility towards its staff on one hand and the hospital administration on the other hand. That means यहाँ पे क्या है, जो भी हेड रहेगा या फिर डायरेक्टर रहेगा तो एक उसको डायरेक्टली इंस्पेक्ट करना है जो भी स्टाफ वहां पे काम कर रहा है, और दूसरा वहां पे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का भी बहुत सारा वर्क रहेगा. सो बोथ द वर्क और बोथ द ड्यूटी दैट शुड बी डन बाय द हेड और द डायरेक्टर ऑफ द फार्मेसी सर्विसेज. Then area wise function, अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें area wise function and responsibilities, then mainly there are two area. One of that the inpatient and another one that is the outdoor. Inpatient, or we can say the indoor pharmacist responsibility. In that we can categorize central dispensing area, patient care areas, direct patient care areas, that means directly they have to contact with the patient, and the general responsibilities. Outdoor pharmacist responsibility, then there will be the central dispensing area, patient care area, and general responsibilities. So first we will see inpatient or indoor pharmacist responsibility. First one, in that there is a central dispensing area. So over here the pharmacist, they have to ensure that all drugs are stored and dispensed correctly. That means जो भी drug है वो properly store किया गया है या नहीं. To check the accuracy of the dosage prepared, especially of intravenous admixture. If the intravenous IV product is stored over there, then they have to check the accuracy of the dose that is prepared by the manufacturing unit, and also the unit doses they have to check. To keep proper record and preparation of bill, जो भी बिल बन रहे हैं या फिर अगर इंडोर का है, यहाँ पे तो हम इंडोर फार्मासिस्ट की बात कर रहे हैं, मतलब इंडोर फार्मासिस्ट के लिए जो भी बिल बन रहे हैं, that should be kept in a proper record. That means if there is a proper file of the patient, then it should be kept into the file. To coordinate the overall pharmaceutical needs of the patient care के लिए जो भी वहाँ पे जरूरत है pharmaceutical, that should be coordinated by the pharmacist. Then to ensure that the established policies and procedure laid down are followed or not. See, again here the policies that has been made by the highest authority, whether that is going to be followed properly or not, that should be looked by the central dispensing area pharmacist. Then to maintain the professional competency, that means keep update with the information regarding the drugs in current use in hospital. यहाँ पे pharmacist जो भी रहेगा, they have to update their knowledge, or we can say they have to keep themselves updated with the information regarding the drug in the that is going to be used in the hospital, with special reference to their side effect. The pharmacist, he should be aware with the side effect of the product, adverse reaction, drug interaction, therapeutic efficacy, as well as their incompatibilities and stability. So जो भी product use हो रही है hospital में, the each and everything that should be known to the pharmacist, even though even the incompatibilities and what is the stability criteria, that should be known to the pharmacist. To communicate with all pharmacy staff regarding the new development in the area. अगर कोई नया development आया है या फिर कोई product के अंदर changes आया है, then it should be informed to the pharmacy staff about new developments. To ensure that new personnel in his section are properly trained in the policies and procedure of the central dispensing area. अगर कोई नया person join हुआ है recently, new fellow has been joined in a hospital pharmacy, then over here the pharmacist, they have to give one of the training, or they have to train the particular person, and also they have to maintain, or they have to describe the procedure for the central dispensing area. To coordinate the activities of the area with the available staff to make the best possible use of the personnel and resources. जो भी persons वहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, जो भी staff है, they are working effectively or not, that should be ensured by the pharmacist, and they have to coordinate all the activities that is going on in a hospital pharmacy to all the staff. They are working in their hospital pharmacy. Then patient care area. Patient care area, that means wards, operation theater, and other department of the hospital where the drug of special categories are used. देखिए यहाँ पे special categories used. That means यहाँ पे क्या है कि patient care areas है. That means directly there will be intravenous admixture जो भी है, या फिर parenteral product है, that will be used directly to the patient. So here, to the responsibility of the pharmacist, that is to maintain a liaison with the nurses who are involved in the drug administration. यहाँ पे जो भी nursing है that is present in a ward area, so there should be one of the liaison with the nurses. Then reviewing of the drug administration in each patient periodically to ensure that all doses are being administered and charted accordingly. देखिए चार्टिंग भी यहाँ पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कई बार बहुत सारी हॉस्पिटल में चार्ट बनाते हैं. दैट इज द ड्यूटी ऑफ द नर्सिंग स्टाफ और द हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट. देन द रिव्यूइंग ऑफ ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन that should be done by the pharmacist periodically, and also they are administered properly or not, that should be checked by the hospital pharmacist. Then to provide instruction and assistance, and assistance to the junior pharmacist as needed in dealing with the difficult patient and new procedure. देखिए अगर कोई नई प्रोसीजर है फॉर द स्पेशली फॉर प्रोडक्ट, देन इन दैट केस द इंस्ट्रक्शन एंड असिस्टेंट दैट शुड बी गिवन टू द जूनियर फार्मासिस्ट. ही एश्योर दैट द जूनियर फार्मासिस्ट आर इन communication with the nurses regarding PRN, that means pro re nata, PRN, that means the pro re nata, that means the drug that is given when it is highly necessary, the drug that is given which is highly necessary. So in such a condition and act as a liaison between the junior pharmacist, nurses and medical personnel. That means यहाँ पे अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट है जो PRN कैटेगरी में आती है या फिर हाईली नेसेसरी है, सो इन सच ए कंडीशन द फार्मासिस्ट दे हैव टू डू लाइजन इन बिटवीन द जूनियर फार्मासिस्ट, नर्सेस एंड मेडिकल पर्सनल, एंड दे हैव टू गिव द प्रॉपर इंस्ट्रक्शन. जो भी इंस्ट्रक्शन है वो प्रॉपरली यहाँ पे देना पड़ेगा. देखिए यहाँ पे बहुत सी बार ये भी होता है कि कोई हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट है तो दे हैव टू चेक, meanwhile reviewing of drug administration, they have to check about the any dose if that has been missed or reschedule the dose. In certain condition they have to if the dose has been missed, अगर कोई dose miss हो गया है तो again they have to reschedule. So that should be ensured, that should be checked by the hospital pharmacist or pharmacist. Then to coordinate over all pharmaceutical service on the रनिंग यूनिट लेवल, मतलब यहाँ पे जूनियर फार्मासिस्ट जो भी रहेगा तो उनको मेडिकेशन एरिया है दैट शुड बी नीट एंड इट शुड बी मेंटेन orderly and there should be the proper security, especially in case of there might be the chances of the theft or pilferages. So in such condition there should be, we can say, the proper arrangement that should be looked by the junior pharmacist. So this is about the patient care areas. Then direct patient care areas. Directly the pharmacists, they are in touch with the patient. Now over here the identification of the drug brought into the hospital by the patient. In some of the conditions the patient, they when they entered or they are admitted into the hospital, so at that time if they come from another hospital, so in certain condition they will bring some of the drug that is going on. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि बहुत बार पेशेंट है जो ड्रग्स ऑलरेडी उनकी मेडिकेशन चालू होती है, तो the drug that will be taken into the hospital, so that should be identify the pharmacist. Obtaining patient's medication history ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. आगे पेशेंट को कौन सी मेडिकेशन प्रिस्क्राइब की गई है और जो भी मेडिकेशन हिस्ट्री रहेगी दैट शुड बी नोटेड बाय द हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट. देन टू असिस्ट इन द सिलेक्शन ऑफ ड्रग प्रोडक्ट एंड देयर आइडेंटिटीज, टू मॉनिटर पेशेंट्स टोटल ड्रग थेरेपी फॉर इफेक्टिवनेस और इनइफेक्टिवनेस, मतलब यहाँ पे पेशेंट को मॉनिटर करना है फॉर द ड्रग थेरेपी, फॉर एग्जांपल वेदर इट इज इफेक्टिव और इनइफेक्टिव, and which are the side effects, if there is a presence of toxicities, allergic drug reaction and drug interaction. So this all should be looked by the hospital pharmacist. Then counseling patient on medication which are to be self administered in the hospital, and regarding the use of discharge medicine. See, medication which are to be self-administered in the hospital, that means that should be taken. और यहाँ पे पेशेंट को हॉस्पिटल में रह के ही ये मेडिकेशन लेना है. So the pharmacist, he will do the counseling of the patient regarding this, and also he will do the counseling regarding the discharge medicine. मतलब जब भी पेशेंट यहाँ से डिस्चार्ज हो रहा है तो वो टाइम पे भी मेडिकेशन अगेन उनको दिया जाएगा. So that should be also counseled properly by the hospital pharmacist. Then participating in cardiopulmonary emergencies. देखिए कार्डियोपल्मोनरी इमरजेंसीज के टाइम पे भी यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट या फिर फार्मासिस्ट का रोल बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. फॉर दैट प्रोक्यूरमेंट एंड ऑपरेशन ऑफ द ड्रग नीडेड, चार्टिंग ऑफ ऑल मेडिकेशन गिवन, charting of medication that is given to the patient, and in some of the condition performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, that means CPR if necessary. देखिए बहुत से केस में यहाँ पे cardiopulmonary resuscitation है that is required. That means resuscitation, that means again we are discussing this resuscitation, that means the action or the process of reviving someone from the unconsciousness or apparent death. मतलब अगर अनकॉन्शियस कोई पेशेंट हो गया है तो उस कंडीशन में रिससिटेशन करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. एंड स्पेशली CPR कार्डियोपल्मोनरी इमरजेंसी रिससिटेशन, दैट मींस देयर इज अ लैक ऑफ हार्ट बीट और द लैक ऑफ breathing to the patient. So in such a condition the CPR that is highly required. So here the pharmacist, they have to play a role in cardiopulmonary emergencies also. Then general responsibilities: to provide in-service training and education for the pharmacy student. If pharmacy students they are coming for a training, then pharmacists they have to give proper knowledge or proper education to the pharmacy student also. Then also to the nurse and nursing student, physician and medical students. He has to provide information regarding drugs to the physician, nurses and other healthcare personnel. That means whatever the physician or nurses, if they are joining to the hospital, then they have to give the proper information of the product to such a person. So these are the functioning of the inpatient or the function of the indoor pharmacist. Then outdoor pharmacist responsibilities: the central dispensing area. In central dispensing area, the pharmacist ensure that proper technique are used in extemporaneous compounding. That means is they are the preparation of therapeutic product for an individual patient in response to an आइडेंटिफाइड नीड. देखिए स्पेशल केस में अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट दी गई है स्पेशल केस में इंडिविजुअल पेशेंट के लिए, देखिए दिस इज नॉट कंपाउंडिंग, ऑलरेडी कंपाउंडेड प्रोडक्ट ये नहीं है. मतलब स्पेशल केस में अगर डोज को कोई चेंजेस करके अगर दी गई है पेशेंट को, देन इट इज नोन एज एक्सटेम्पोरेनियस कंपाउंडिंग. देन प्रोवाइड एडिक्वेट रिकॉर्ड कीपिंग एंड बिलिंग इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ पेशेंट मेडिकेशन, पर्टिकुलर record of investigational drug, then record of outpatient bill for the charges of service and material furnished by the department, and the most important are maintaining and preparing all records. तो यहाँ पे हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट की जो ड्यूटी है आउटडोर फार्मासिस्ट के लिए, that is to keep the patient medication, particular patient को कौन सी मेडिकेशन दी गई है उसके बारे में रिकॉर्ड रखना. Then record of investigational product, that means drug that is that received the FDA approval for human testing, and also including those drugs they are still undergoing the clinical trial. मतलब जिसके ऊपर clinical trial दिया गया है, clinical trial चल रहा है, but they are not approved or they are not approved for manufacturing, they are not approved for marketing to the general public. That means अभी तक उसका मार्केटिंग या फिर जनरल पब्लिक के लिए यूज है वो स्टार्ट नहीं किया गया, और हम कह सकते हैं यहाँ पे कि क्लिनिकल ट्रायल जिसका भी चालू है या फिर क्लिनिकल ट्रायल ऑनगोइंग है, the record of such investigational drug that should be maintained by the pharmacist. Then record of outpatient bill, outpatient जो भी है उसका bill है, the charges that should be added into the their bills, and these all the things that should be properly maintained by the pharmacist. Correctly maintaining the prescription file keeps the outdoor pharmacy in a neat and tidy manner. देखिए, दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. आउटडोर फार्मेसी जो भी है दैट शुड बी नीट एंड टाइडी. दैट मीन्स ऑल द थिंग्स दैट शुड बी केप्ट इन ऑर्डर एंड दैट शुड बी डन बाय द हॉस्पिटल फार्मासिस्ट. Patient care area. To inspect the medication area periodically on the nursing unit and to make sure that they are always kept adequately supplied with the drugs and other articles that is required. To inspect the medication area, यहाँ पे फार्मासिस्ट की जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है दैट इज टू इंस्पेक्ट द मेडिकेशन एरिया. मेडिकेशन एरिया इंस्पेक्ट करके यहाँ पे जो भी सप्लाई है ड्रग का दैट इज प्रॉपरली है कि नहीं, वहाँ पे जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट है वो इनफ है या नहीं, दैट शुड बी इंस्पेक्ट बाय द फार्मासिस्ट. To identify the drug brought into the clinic by the patient and record the patient medication history and communicating the same to the physician concerned. कोई पेशेंट यहाँ पे अगेन ये रिपीट कर रहे हैं कि अगर कोई पेशेंट है वो ड्रग लेकर आया है बाहर से, देन इट शुड बी आइडेंटिफाइड बाय द फार्मासिस्ट एंड दे हैव टू मेंटेन द रिकॉर्ड ऑफ द पेशेंट मेडिकेशन हिस्ट्री एंड कम्युनिकेटिंग the same should be communicated to the physician. Then monitoring of the drugs. Then to counsel the patient on a proper use of their medication and prepare the medication for intravenous administration. Patient counseling, that is also important role that should be done by the pharmacist. Then general responsibility to coordinate overall pharmaceutical needs of the outdoor services area and exercise adequate control over such drugs. To ensure that all drugs are handled properly, such as storage of the investigational drugs. investigational drug है तो उनका properly storage है या नहीं, या फिर properly store बहुत सी बार इसको lock and key में भी रखते हैं, तो properly that is handled or properly they are stored or not, that should be ensured by the pharmacist. To participate in a cardiopulmonary emergencies, to provide for an in-service education and training for pharmacist, pharmacy items and the pharmacy student sent for the practical training as a part of diploma or degree courses, and in case of nurses also. तो यहाँ पे general responsibility again we are repeating this thing again to give education or in-service person जो भी है, मतलब वहाँ पे जो भी काम कर रहे हैं फार्मासिस्ट, जूनियर फार्मासिस्ट है, they have to give the training program, and also जो भी स्टूडेंट बाहर से आ रहे हैं उनके लिए भी प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम का अरेंज करना. So these are the general responsibility of the outdoor pharmacist. So over here in this video we have considered as a summary, if we are considering, we have discussed about the definition and function of the hospital pharmacy. We discussed about the organization, structure, location of hospital pharmacy, layout of hospital pharmacy, staff requirement, responsibilities and function of the hospital pharmacist, inpatient or we can say indoor pharmacist responsibility, and also we have discussed about the outdoor pharmacist responsibility. So this was all about the hospital pharmacy and its organization. Thank you for watching this video.